So this is my Dyson review. Obviously, this is going to be a positive review. That's just the TLDR version of this clip. Yes, I think the Dyson is worth the money. I will tell you why. So let's dive right into it, and I will start by telling you guys a little bit about my hair, because hair type I feel like does matter. While I realize there are thousands of Dyson reviews out there, I was kind of struggling finding something that was specifically for fine hair. Segue that into my hair type. So my hair type is very fine, like my strands of hair are paper thin, but I have so much of it. All hair stylists that I've ever been to are like, OMG, you have so much hair. Which is, I mean, it's nice, but it comes with the drawback of never really having time to style it, because previously when I've just used a normal like curling wand, I'll sit there for like 2 hours, and that does not include washing the hair and blow drying the hair. So I feel like that kind of segues into my pro and con list. Starting with the pros, why I love it. First of all, I love the look of it. It's gorgeous, like especially this color combo that I have. Just everything I ever wanted. Like, how pretty is it? I think it's called like Prussian blue and copper or something like that, and it's just delicious and beautiful. And my best friend also got me this like Dyson hanger for my birthday. Since I got this Dyson from my husband for my birthday, she actually got me the hanger, which is just so nice, and I just feel like it really elevates my makeup space here. So the second reason why I love it is because it's really good for lazy people like me. I can spend hours on makeup and whatever else, but hair styling has just always been something that I've been like, oh, whatever, put it on the back burner. But at the same time, I really love it when I have a good hair day, because I feel like there's this expression, hiukset hyvin, kaikki hyvin, which means like hair good, everything good. And I really feel like that is true. At the same time, I'm lazy and like don't want to spend hours styling my hair. I also really love having styled hair because I just feel so good about myself when it is styled. So that is another thing, like it's really good for lazy people who don't want to like sit and twirl the curling iron and like mess around with that and like heat settings, blah blah blah. I can literally just sit here and do this, and that's amazing because it like wraps itself around, so I don't have to like twist my hands. It sounds like a simple thing, but it really just elevates my life. That's all. In that spirit, pro number 3 is kind of related. It's just like a really good time saver because I don't have to blow dry my hair and then style it. It blow dries as I style it, which is just good. Pro number 4 is the hold that it has. I feel like maybe it's because I style it when it's wet, like from wet to dry is the styling process or whatever. But I feel like it really has a good hold. Like I sleep on it, I throw it up in a bun, I take it down and it's still curly. I'll go and have a rigorous workout where my hair is like sweat city and it's still curly. Stuff like that is just perfection for me. And then another pro is that it's just nicer for my hair. Like it's not 400-degree heat that I'm burning into my hair. Like it's just hot air, which is just much more nice for my hair, and it never feels like crispy or anything after styling. So that's just a really nice pro. Diving into the cons, obviously con number 1 would be the price. It is very expensive. Con number 2 is that it doesn't come with the longer barrel. I'll go into more detail when I show you guys how I style my hair, what kind of hair length is required for this length of barrel that comes with the purchase. But I will say that I wish it came with like the option of choosing the longer barrel when you purchase it, because obviously a longer barrel is needed the longer hair you have, and I feel like mine is just really pushing it right now. So that is something I wish was included. But number 3 is that it can be kind of hard to learn how to position the wand so that the hair catches on, especially on your less dominant side. So that was kind of a learning curve, like which hand to use and like how to angle it and stuff. And then number 4 is something I discovered when I was traveling, because while it does come with this super nice velvet like carrying case for traveling, it doesn't work in Europe even if you have an adapter. So I had a normal adapter with me when I traveled home to Finland over Christmas, and I brought this because I was like, hey, Christmas ready hair, nice. But it turns out it just made a sad little sound, and it was like, no, I'm not doing this in Europe. So I googled it, and it turns out you need like a special sort of like thing for it to work in Europe. I don't remember if it was voltage or whatever it was, but the point is it doesn't work in Europe with a normal adapter. So I mean, that was a bummer for me. Yeah, so those were my cons. I can get over each and every one of those cons, and that is why I still recommend the Dyson Airwrap so much to anyone who asks. I also recorded for you guys what it looks like on day 1, day 2, day 3. I think those are the days that I recorded. Okay, it is now 10 o'clock at night, and this is after a full day, I'm telling you, a full day of stormy weather outside, okay? Walking around the city, went to dinner and stuff like that, and it was hella windy. And this is the curls at the end of the day. I would argue almost that they look better now than they did earlier today. But I will show you guys what they look like after a full night of sleeping. I'm just gonna sleep with my hair out, let out like that. The only thing I've discovered can kill these curls is humidity. But that's probably because of my hair type. I don't know. But yeah, this is a failed curl day. And this is just like after being outside in humidity. Like you can see I have some curls still. But the rain and the humidity really just killed my hair's vibe. So if anyone has any anti-humidity product out there, let me know. But I feel like humidity is like near unbeatable when it comes to this kind of thing. What do I know? Now I'm gonna head into showing you guys how I style it from wet to dry. Alright, it's styling time. So I'm wearing this super sexy like hair holder post shower. So just wash my hair and I let my hair lay in here and just soak up some liquidity while I did my makeup. And for products, before I dive into like hairstyling, I usually just do like some sort of hair oil. Just using this Red Can hair oil, just a couple of pumps, and obviously I'm almost out, and I just concentrate that to like the ends of my hair, and then any excess on my hands I'll just kind of spread throughout like that. Then I just go in with my little hair clips and kind of section off my hair. So since I have so much hair, like fine strands, but like there's a lot of strands, I usually do like 3 sections per side. So something like that. Nice. And the other one, and fasten. All right. Now I have my little starter place. I just use my tangle teaser to brush these sections. The Dyson comes with a hairbrush, but I would just not use anything other than a tangle teaser ever, because I love my tangle teaser. It's very kind to my overly sensitive head, so it's all good. All right, so now they're like a little damp, or a lot damp I guess, and straight. And I will just go in with, I rarely use this to be honest, only if I'm like doing straight hair or just need a blow dryer for other reasons, but I rarely use it. I love using the smaller girth attachment. It comes with these 2 thicknesses. This one makes like obviously bigger, looser, cute looking curls, and this one makes a little tighter curls, but since I brush them out anyway, I feel like the end result is just kind of preferred for me. Plus I feel like the less girthier one, like the curls hold maybe 2 days longer than the ones with the bigger, looser curls do for me. Also worth mentioning is that this is just the one that comes with. You can buy a longer version of this for like longer hair, and right now my hair is pushing it. Like maybe in 2 months or something I will need the, well, maybe in 1 month I will need the longer attachment if I want to like do my entire hair length. But for now this is good. So like if you have longer hair than me, you definitely will need, my hair goes to like under my titties, you definitely will need the longer barrel, which unfortunately you can't select when you buy like the entire set. It's just like an add-on, but that is something I will be getting soon. So what I do is just I take a little section and I go in. My settings, if it matters, I have the fan on the middle setting and I have the heat up to max. And what I usually do is I turn it on and let it do its thing with the normal heat. And then the quick shot of like cold is if you like hold this button up and then I release. So normal hotness, and then I do a quick shot of the cold and then I release. And then I just help my hair get off the barrel. And then I kind of flop it up off to the side as I continue. One issue I've run into with like getting the hair to attach itself to the barrel was when the barrel was like a little dirty. It had like hair product on it or something. It just wasn't able to wrap itself around. So like all you have to do then is just like clean the barrel itself. and then it worked fine. But if you're having issues like attaching it, I usually just like slap the hair a little bit, and then eventually it'll stick on. But like, what's important to know is that when you hold it like this in front of yourself, in front of the mirror, these arrows should point that way. Arrows point towards the side you're going to work on, because you always want the curls to go away from your face. Another thing you might run into is grabbing too much hair. And then you'll see like the hair starts like twirling around this part and like sinking down and not really wanting to stay around here. You can fix it, you can like scoop it up a little bit like I did just now, or you can just try to pace yourself and do smaller sections. But like this one, for example, is pretty sizable. So let's see how it goes. I usually always start down here, and then I work up and down a little bit, and then I go up here and hold it for a little, and then I do the cold shot, and then I'm done. Alright, so that is the entire first part of the section. Took me around maybe 8 minutes. I will just let this cool while I work on this side, and then I'll spray the section with hairspray before I move on to the next section. So new side means I have to switch my attachment to the other one. Make sure the arrows are pointing that way, and then just the same stuff. For heat protecting spray, I'm using this. Almost ran out, but we got some left, and I'll just do a little spritz every time I arrive to a section. Okay, first section is done. This is what they're looking like so far. I'll just leave them, not brush them out yet. I will just spray them with a little hairspray and then keep going. So going into the next section, split this one in half. Something like that. Right, there we go. I will brush them out and spray them down with some heat protectant and then get to work. And I'm just holding my hand, kind of trying to control and not pull in the already styled hair, so that's why I'm holding my hair under it. Let's go. And I always start from the back and work my way forward, because I just feel like it's easier to finish this and throw it back there to cool off in peace. You know what I mean? Alright, so we made it to the top. For the top, this is the little section that I got. I will actually take one of these clips and just kind of clamp down carefully like so. These clamps are good because they don't leave like a track in your hair. So I'll just do that for both sides, just so that I don't mix unfinished with finished. You know what I mean? So the only thing I do differently with the top layer is that once I get to like around here, I'll turn this and like so that I can get it all the way to my scalp. I'll show you. And the good thing about keeping my hair like in these little clips up until it's styling time is that it keeps them like moist, which is what I want. I don't do anything special for my bangs because I don't really, you know, like I don't really have bangs. They're just like equally, maybe a little shorter like than my normal hair. But in terms of styling, I don't really do anything differently. Right, one side left. All right, we are across the finish line. We'll just carefully take out the clips that I hid somewhere in here. And I will spray everything down hard. Now I'm just gonna wait a teeny tiny bit until they've cooled down, and then I will brush them out. What is very important for my brushing out process is that I use this kind of comb. Nothing finer. This came with the Dyson when I got it, and it is definitely something I recommend using when you brush out your curls. And I feel like you should brush out your curls. I used to be afraid of doing that because my hair has had a very, very, very long trend of just flattening out the moment I step out the door, or like I'll have curls for 30 minutes and then they're gone, even if I don't brush them out. So naturally I've been like, okay, well, brushing them out just flattens them, and that just increases the risk of them just straightening out immediately. So I had a habit of never brushing out my curls, which I stopped when I got this Dyson, just to like see what happens, you know? And nothing bad happens. The curls just look beautiful when you brush them out. So definitely use this if you do get a Dyson. I feel like my hair has cooled down now, so I will just go ahead and brush it out. So that was how I style my hair, and this is the finished product. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or if I failed to mention something that you wanted to know about the Dyson or anything. Have a wonderful day.